Hey there, it's Matt, the host of the Island Podcast, coming to you from a bunker at an undisclosed location. So this episode that's dropping right now on Christmas Eve is the second part of an earlier episode we did with the fantastic comedian Lisa Smalls. And if you haven't heard the first episode we did, the first part, I would go back, listen to that, and then I would also recommend you go and listen to the earlier episode we did. And then if you're going to just keep going back, just go to the beginning and listen to everything. You know, it would really help. And also, I just wanted to take a minute. You know, this is dropping on Christmas Eve. This will be the last episode of this year, the the year 2020. So I wanted to just take a moment and say, you know, this has been a tough year, and no one has come out of this year unchanged or unscathed. And I know that you know, there's a lot of people might not look back on this year, you know, quite fondly, and I get that. It's, you know, there's so much shit happened. But if you're here, if you're listening to this, the message I want to put out there is, you know what, we can't just, it's not healthy to focus on the bad and focus on the negative. So, you know what, I as you're doing what you can do during this holiday season, I'd ask everybody to just take a moment and reflect on anything positive that happened this year. You know, as shitty and fucked up this year was for me personally, I also had some great things come out of this year. And, you know, that's what I'm going to focus on. I was able to start 2, you know, dream projects of mine. And as much as all the other shit sucks, and, you know, I'm not going to be the same person I was before it, I'm also still going to be a better person for having survived it and for the new opportunities I created for myself. So I just wanted to take a quick moment, you know, to say that. In addition to, you know, I've got some great things cooking that will be coming up in the new year, so please hold on. And I also just want to say, just in general, thank you for all the love and support, because it's because of you, it's because of the listeners that, you know, enable me to be able to do this. So keep watching in the new year. You know, keep spreading this word of mouth. You know, get it out to as many people as you can. And you know what? I check the stats quite regularly, just so you know. So, you know, if you don't think I don't notice, no, I do notice. I check those stats because it's how I value my worth as a human being. So, you know, I know there's at least one dedicated listener in France. I know that for a fact. Whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but like whoever you are, you fascinate me. So that's I know I just mentioned it, but also the other thing too is, yeah, just keep watching in the new year. I've got 2 or 3 different things that coming up that will be quite interesting. So stay tuned. And I guess without much further ado, listen to the episode. Thanks. Stay safe. See you in the new year.
Okay, remember how we were talking about appearances?
Yeah.
Would you, like, judge a person on her nakedness? Like, I mean, I know guys do, right?
Yeah.
But, like, would you be like, ew?
No, never.
Your nakedness is gross.
Like,
ew.
Hey, if we got to that point, like, I'm already ecstatic. Like,
you're already what?
I'm already ecstatic.
Okay.
Like, if it gets that far, okay. Like,
you're happy. You're just like,
I'm happy.
We're good.
I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Really?
Yeah. Like, if we're, like, yeah.
Okay, so what are some things, and I'm asking you as, like, I don't know, I guess I'm asking you on behalf of, like, and this is just one person's opinion. This is just one guy's opinion, which is yours.
Yeah.
But, like, what is your opinion on, like, Do you think? Actually, that's a really big open question. I don't know if I can ask that. That's too much. Like it's too broad.
Oh, you're too far. You're in this now. Come on.
Like I'm just curious as like a guy in your mind, like
Yeah.
what do you at what point do you look at that other person and go, I'm just going to like be grossed out because they're too big? Like, is there a thing where a girl can be too big, or too small, or too skinny, or too white, or too black, or you know what I mean? Like,
For me,
her ears are set in the wrong position. It bothers me. Like,
okay, for me personally, and so this is again just my opinion. Like like the people who talk like, oh, I have a type. Like I'm into like this type of person.
yeah,
I've never really like 100% gotten that.
okay,
Cause like for me, it's like everybody on an individual basis. Because I can like one person's appearance, but they might have like a shitty personality. Or there might be someone's like, okay, I like a lot of this person, but then there's just like this one aspect that just completely takes me out of it.
okay.
So
So do you consider everybody that you look at, and I don't mean, and I'm not judging you, I'm not saying
Okay.
like, oh, you're gross, like what the hell.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, do you look at every single person that you look at and imagine them as, like, do you literally look at every female that you see and think, like, okay, she's naked in my head? Like, I can picture her because I've been with so-and-so and she's sort of similar to that person.
I would say no, because it's not every single. But it's probably like more than you would think.
And then,
Yeah.
and then, do you look
Yeah.
at them and then go, yes, I will talk to her based on my imagination of what she's like?
No, it... Okay, when you say talk, you mean talk in a sense of...
Of like trying to get her number or something.
Yeah. No, for me, again...
Or is it the way someone acts that makes you want to approach them?
See, it can be either or.
Can it be, oh, okay.
It can be either or.
And it can be both.
And it can be both, but when it's both, it's like, okay, I'm like ready to propose.
Oh.
Like, if it's both.
Even
It's
though
rare.
the appearance on the outside is going to change and the interior is going to change as well? The interior is going to develop and the exterior is going to change as well?
I get what you're saying, but I don't, like, that's not a consideration, I guess, at the time.
Oh.
Like, that's something, that's more something that like, you know, but it's not something that's, like, in the forefront at that moment, I would say. But,
Because
like...
guys will go... The problem that I have with that is that
Yeah.
guys will literally go to a girl based on what she looks like on the outside.
Right.
And then we, in turn, try to pinpoint what you guys find attractive, and we try to manipulate that
Right.
in our favor. We
Right.
try to manipulate that, and then we try to make ourselves look as most appealing as we can.
Right.
And then what happens is we end up becoming something that we're not.
Right. But then I
Because-
think guys do that too, in that they try and act the way that they think you like. Like, if you like a guy that's super into doing cars, and it's like, oh, I fix my car, I mess with my car all the time, I'm a big gearhead, all this stuff. When, like, they can't even change a tire.
So they'll try... Okay, so guys will try to, like...
Mimic their personality, in a way.
Like, guys will try to represent somebody that they're not?
Right. Because
Interesting.
it's like
I didn't
what
grow
they-
up around men, as you
No.
can tell.
Okay.
Yeah, like, at all.
No.
The only ones that I was around were, like, the ones in my church.
Mm.
So I find topics like this very, like, interesting, because when I went to school, like, not school, but, like, the way I was brought into this world was to experience the opposite sex at their freedom to say and do as they please with me.
Mm.
And I don't mean like sexually. I just mean like I made it very easy. Like I put my guards down and people almost take my kindness as weakness.
Mm.
And I allow people to, like, I allowed men to, or guys to say what they think and, like, be how they are.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And so through that, I learned, okay, this guy is like a, you know, POS.
Mm-hmm.
Because he thinks that he can say whatever he wants. Okay, but this guy's nice.
Yeah.
Because he's taking the fact that he knows me and he's respecting me and he's adding value to my life, so I can respect that guy back. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I kind of learn, like, I'm trying to, like, figure out guys, but also not just for the fact because I want to be with somebody. It's just more because I'm just like, this is really interesting.
Yeah.
That we don't think the exact same.
Right. Yeah.
And we're not communicating.
Right.
Because all I see is it not going well.
Right.
And then people are like, remember how I told you I was the first person to have sex? I was the first person to have, like, a guy with a car.
Right.
And stuff like that. But I was also the last person to have kids.
Yeah.
Because everybody else went off and had kids.
Do you have kids?
And no.
Oh, okay.
No. No, I was the last person to... Oh, sorry, no. I didn't mean to say I was the last person to have kids, but I was the last person. I am the last person. I'm one of the few people that don't have kids.
Right.
In my age group.
Right.
And it astounds people.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, why don't you have kids? And I'm kind of like, why don't you have standards? Like,
yeah.
I know that I, like, went and had sex first, but like, learn from me.
Right. Well, I think there's, like, also this weird thing too of, like especially like 10, 20 years ago, is that the whole thing was like, the idea was like having kids young. And that's like changed now.
Well, I'm gonna be 29 in January.
Right.
Wrong.
No?
No. I just wanted to mess you up.
I don't want to ask again. But I'm genuinely curious.
I'm 36. Sorry, I'm gonna be 36.
No.
I'm being dead. I'm dead ass.
That's
yeah.
lies. That's a lie.
What are you can't just decide.
No, that's a lie. Like that is 100%.
I don't know if that's how it works.
No, that's how it works.
Okay, I 100% take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
I guess, because that's what's considered, it's supposed to be a compliment. Yeah, no, man, I take that as a compliment. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I take it as a compliment, but, like, as I'm, like, putting my hair behind my ears.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, thanks.
No, but you're, like, actually lying right now, aren't you? Like.
No, but I take it as a compliment. Like, thank you. That's cool, because it's like, it's basically what you're saying to me, but you don't realize what you're saying, I think.
Yeah.
Is like, it's almost like you're saying to me, like, you figured out how to keep your brain on.
Okay.
You know? Like, do you remember being like 14 or whatever? And then people were just like, when you look at the younger kids, you're just like, oh, you guys don't know anything, but like they have their own way of doing stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So as you get older, those kids get older with you.
Yeah.
But then you're looking at the next set of kids coming in, you know?
Yeah.
And they have their own ways of doing things. Right? So I don't judge the generations that are coming up for their own ways of doing things, because we have our own way of doing things. Are you millennial?
I don't know.
I think you're on the cusp.
Yeah.
I think it's a 95.
Right.
No, it's 90.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 90.
No, it's 95. Don't know.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
It's either 90 or 95, I think. I'm a millennial, and if you're not a millennial, then you're a Generation Z, one. Right?
Yeah.
Or Generation... no, I don't know. Anyways, but it's the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, everyone has their own way of like doing stuff, and then you know how it changes, like what is cool?
Yeah.
It changes.
Yeah.
As you go along.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it changes even more.
Yeah.
So the best way to figure out like what's cool, what's going on. I know it sounds so stupid, but it's to look at those like the generations that are following us.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like they're mirroring to us.
Yeah.
The stuff that we're doing. Like, they take on the stuff, like, what we think is pretty and what we think is popular and we think is cool and stuff.
Yeah.
They're taking what we're doing.
Yeah.
And they do a better job at it sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Okay, two things when you were going on that I thought of. The first thing was, there's this Simpsons quote of when it's Homer's back in high school and then they're talking about music and Grandpa Simpson comes in and he's like, I used to be hip, but now they changed what hip is and all this stuff.
Okay.
I forgot, the quote's hilarious and I know I'm butchering it right now, but...
No, but just to like piggyback on what you're saying.
Yeah.
So our parents, what used to be cool to them is not what is considered cool now.
Right.
But in their minds, it's still cool. Because at one point in time, they just decided that that's all it's ever going to be.
Right.
So they figured, like, how to be cool.
Right.
But cool changes.
Right, yeah.
What is considered, like, attractive keeps changing and keeps getting better.
Right.
And no matter what you know,
Yeah.
like, it's like, no matter if you're dead or you're alive, life is still going to go on.
Right, yeah.
So, like, you better figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, like, you better figure it the F out.
Yeah.
And I think I have figured it the F out.
Yeah.
And I'm living that.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. It's difficult, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to, like, pay attention to stuff that I don't care about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's so hard, it's so exhausting.
And see, the other thing I was going to say, and this kind of sort of neatly segues in, is like music. Like, I can't if I don't like music, like a certain genre or artist, like I just I can't stand to listen to it. And it's weird for me because I like country and rock and,
Interesting.
kind of stuff that's a little more...
How far back does your history go when it comes to country?
Country music?
Yeah, how far back do you like your country to go?
Lately, I've been on like this kind of outlaw country kick, like Johnny Cash, Nelson.
I know Conway Twitty's like an older one. Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of Conway Twitty. Not too much of him. A little bit of Elvis too, even. I mean, that's not so much country as like.
No, but I started to find him attractive.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, he was like a heartthrob of his day, right?
Yes, and I.
As long as you're talking about 50s Elvis and not 70s.
Oh, like when he was sick.
Yeah, when he died on the
toilet.
toilet.
So I didn't understand what the whole thing was about him that was so hot.
Yeah.
But what I understand now, in such a cookie cutter world, he was being different.
Right. Yeah.
And he was thrusting his pelvis.
Right.
He was really changing the tires.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what made him so appealing. So I started watching his stuff, and then I was like, let me just see from his point of view what it was like to be in that generation.
Yeah.
And then let me watch him thrust his pelvis.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, I can accept that.
Yeah.
Just as I can accept Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Because Michael Jackson did his thing.
Right.
Like, he did his thing. Like, everyone was like, oh my god, he's so hot. Prince looked like he was gay.
Right.
But that was his thing.
Right.
Like, guys don't dress like that. Guys aren't supposed to look feminine. But, woof! He was sexy.
Right.
Like, to me, I was like, that is a... Like, it kind of makes me feel insecure as a female, because I'm just like, you're prettier than I am. Like, you figured out how to be more attractive than I have figured it out.
Yeah.
What the hell? So, I admired him for that. I was like, that's cool.
Oh, but what I was going to say about, like, the younger generation not doing it so good. So there's this one artist, Waylon Jennings.
Okay.
He's an older country artist. Again, kind of one of... Was he? I'm pretty sure he was... There's this group of artists. He was a highwayman. Just a group. They did like one song together that I can remember.
Okay.
But, Nelson's in that group. I forget who else off the top of my head. Is any, like, big outlaw country bands. They're gonna have my head for this. But so Waylon Jennings did this really great song called "Outlaw Shit," and it's just kind of like this dying age, just kind of getting over that, like the whole outlaw image, I guess.
Okay.
So then he has a grandson who becomes a rap. Like Waylon Jennings is long since dead. He has a grandson who becomes a rapper, and then does like a duet remix of his grandfather's song.
That's cool.
It is, but it's like it just kind of like look, I can appreciate like his music on his own, but just what he did to his grandfather's song
clearly didn't do it justice.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like there was no and like the song like. Okay, I can even appreciate like the song as it is, but when you know like that the song Waylon did, like it's not. There's nothing he could have done to do the song justice.
Or to make it even better.
Right.
Like
yeah.
it was already.
Like it was
as
already
good as it could be.
Perfect as is.
It was solid.
Yeah, that's it, and then just. Yeah, it's just there's nothing you could have done to it to make it better. Like, yeah, it's just in. It is what it is, and then there's like the whole other like thing that there is this like emerging genre of music of like a mix of country and rap.
I like that.
Do you? It's like okay,
I was talking about her, thinking about me. Da, 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 da.
No,
What's it
it's
gonna
worse
be?
than that. It's worse.
That was That was Nelly.
Yeah. Oh, Nelly has done a lot of duets or collaborations with different country artists.
Who is the one that he's
Over the
done it
years.
with recently?
The most recent.
I was thinking about her, thinking about me.
Oh,
thinking about
that one.
us.
I think
What we
that's
gonna be?
Kane Brown. Is that the one he recently did? The most recent one that like I actually know for a fact was they did. Was it "This Is How We Roll" with Florida Georgia Line?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Or no,
that,
there's
but-
Cruise. There's Cruise. No, I think it was Cruise with he
Yes.
did like a remix of Cruise with Florida Georgia Line. And then before that, back in the day, he did Over and Over with Tim McGraw. That was like the early
I'm
2000s.
thinking over and
No,
over again.
yeah.
I'm thinking
Over and over again, and yeah.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
remember that one.
Yeah.
I love that. You have a combination. Just hear me out. Just hear me out.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm voicing this.
Okay.
You have a combination of a country guy,
Yeah.
and you have a combination of a rapper guy
Yeah.
in the same place
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
getting along.
I'm just some of the creations though.
I mean,
a bit-
I'm gonna start a new religion. That's all
Oh
I'm
god.
saying.
Oh god.
I'm starting
no.
a new religion.
I'm just saying the mixture is a bit dubious. Like one of the okay the.
Do you get where I'm going with that?
I do, but I think you're wrong.
But like, imagine a guy who can change tires, and
Yeah.
then you have another guy who's a firefighter,
Yeah.
whatever. And
But
they're
firefighter
friends.
who can change tires.
And they're friends.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Now,
Yeah.
let's just say there's a religion that could come up at any given time
Yeah.
where the woman can marry a few guys. Let's just say. Let's just say.
I think that's
I might.
you want to become.
I might.
Yeah.
Marry Tim McGraw
Okay.
and Nelly.
Okay.
And just casually act like it's a thing.
Okay. So you want to become Mormon, but like reverse.
Like,
Reverse Mormon.
I think that would be. I mean, I don't actually want.
You
I
just
don't
want-
actually want, but like.
You just want to have like a whole slew of brother husbands in a half-built house.
Brother husbands.
Brother husbands.
I don't know. I think I like how you put that way too much. Way too much. Oh, that's hilarious.
Just-
Oh my god. Oh my god. But that's what it's like for like
Yeah.
on the opposite
But-
opposite side, like from my perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, man. A guy who's a country artist and a guy who's a rapper
Yeah.
in the same room?
Okay.
Like, you guys... I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Are amazing.
No. See, I don't think you're getting that, like...
Okay, go ahead. What do you...
Okay. Maybe it's just because I'm really into country, and maybe the only other type of person who could really understand this is like someone who's really into rap. And that this it's just too much of a perversion in some places of each respective genre. The worst one I can imagine. So there's this great country music artist from the 90s. He's really big in the 90s. He's called Joe Diffie. He has since passed due to COVID.
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How
So
old?
I think he was only in his like mid 50s. If I'm not mistaken. Mid 50s, maybe early 60s. As you're coughing right now with the COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Mid-60s?
mid 50s to mid 60s. Yeah.
That's sad. He's a baby.
Yeah. So anyways, but this is a few years before he passed.
Yeah.
Him in this country rap group, I think it was the Georgia Boys. It's supposed to be the Georgia Boys, but they spelled it like fucky and then like
Georgia?
Georgia, like it's supposed to like, you know, with a southern accent.
Okay.
But yeah, it's terrible. So at the beginning of the song, they did a whole, you know, with Eminem, it's the whole "Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?"
Yeah.
They did one, and they got a whole bunch of different country artists to do this. And it was "Will the real Joe Diffie please stand up?"
Did you like it?
No.
I think it's funny.
Oh, it was funny, but it was just like so, like it was so
Tacky?
tacky. It was so tacky.
Aww.
It was just, "Will the real Joe Diffie? Will the real Joe Diffie? Will the real Joe Diffie please stand up?"
Yeah, it does sound tacky.
Right?
Yeah, I'd be like, why did you do that?
Right. And then they launched into this song, and it was like, the actual country bits that Joe Diffie sang, if you just like cut those out, like that'd be like, okay, that's a pretty alright Joe Diffie song. But then it was just this guy rapping in between, and it just did not fit.
Like, he just killed the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dang.
It was just like, you go to Joe Diffie for the verse, and then it was just like such this gear shift of. And I mean and I am, because you know what, if you were to look on my phone right now, I've got some of those songs on there, so I'm, you know, I am talking a bit of a hypocrite, but
That's okay.
still, it's
So that's like a version of when they shouldn't have mixed.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
I can see that.
yeah.
What do you think of not Carrie Underwood, but she did a duet with his name Brad Paisley.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did a duet with him. I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like him.
Oh, you like them, like.
Yeah, and he knows that I like him.
Oh, does he now?
The way I look at him
Yeah.
when he sings to me, I don't think anybody else looks at him like that.
No.
No.
No. That's just.
It's unique what I do.
It's scary.
I think we have a thing. I think him and I have a thing.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't.
I don't think he does.
But I feel like it's all about me.
Now, I don't know if you know, but he has a wife.
You know that's staged, right? That's
Really?
staged. So staged. Like, he's just waiting for me.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does he have kids?
I think so. I'm not
I'd be
100%.
obsessed to see a little Paisley boy.
Okay.
Like, he would be so freaking cute, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would hunt him down to eat his face. And his boots.
See, you say these things. They are somewhat worrisome.
I think there should be a place that women can go to
Yeah.
and eat baby hands. I feel like there should be a place where we can go to as a female and smell baby clothes.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like taking the pure smell of a fresh child. Like a fresh skin.
See.
And also a place where we can just like gnaw on their nose.
See, let's just like forget about like having to have like a bunch of children there. But for you to do this.
I feel like if I
there's,
had like 7 kids,
Yeah.
I could gnaw a nose every hour. I would be like, wait, I missed a nose. Come here, Jacqueline.
I feel the legality of this would bury anybody.
No, they would be like, Mom, again? I'd be like, look.
Are they all your children?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll steal them.
Yeah.
They're mine now. They're mine now. Yeah. I would have a little blonde girl. Like, it would be dangerous if I had a child.
Okay.
It would be dangerous. I would have a little blonde girl, and I'd put a pigtail. I'd put her hair up on, like, you ever see like, oh, what's that cartoon? I can't remember it. When she goes, it's so fluffy, I think I'm gonna die.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you know how, like, picture her with the bow on top of her head?
Okay.
With her little friggin' cute hair sticking out?
Yeah.
And it's just, like, sticking right up like this.
Yeah.
I would do that to a blonde child of mine.
Okay.
And I would pull her pigtail apart so that it looks even fluffier than what it actually is.
Yeah.
And then I would just like, come on, with your cute little self. Go on. And I would just watch her, and I'd be like, look how freaking cute you are.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at you. Yeah. If I had a son,
Yeah.
it would be even more dangerous than that.
Okay.
Because I have a soft spot for boys.
Okay.
And I would put him in trousers. And I would tell him how amazing he is.
Yeah.
And I would say, make sure you're very polite to the girls. Make sure you hold open the doors for the girls. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He would be like a human squared. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'd put the cutest little shoes on his feet. I'd want to eat his toes. I'd want to eat his foot. I love kids. I think they're the cutest friggin' things.
Yeah.
Like, they should be slapped in the face.
Yeah.
They're so friggin' cute, man. And, like, you don't even know how cute you are. Like, you don't even get it.
Uh-huh.
You have no idea how cute you are. Like, yeah, I just love them.
Okay.
I'd go as far as, like, I think I might stuff. I'd, like, if I was going to... No, I won't say that. That's morbid. That might hurt some people's feelings.
Oh, God. I see where you're going with that. So like, I think everybody knows now.
What?
You're going to stuff a child.
Yeah. Hang them on the wall.
Okay, listeners, if I ever go missing and someone is stuffing my skin, please call the authorities.
You have really nice skin.
What is your obsession?
You have really nice skin. I'm just saying it would make a really nice rug. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Or like, I could change it out for my skin.
Again,
is
like
that
just
weird?
This Buffalo Bill. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yes.
No. Yes. I mean no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. No means yes.
It's weird.
No. No means no.
It is.
Yes.
Weird.
No. Yes means yes for sure.
100% unequivocally, it is weird.
But I only want to have a kid with somebody that I like.
Yeah.
Because I mean.
So like now when you have all.
Sorry. Oh my God, that's too funny. I'm so sorry.
When you have all your brother husbands, are you gonna have like one kid with each, or like?
Oh my God,
how's
Matt,
that
you're
go?
killing me right now. Can you imagine if I had a little cowboy boy,
Yeah.
and then I had a little trucker who was changing the tires or whatever?
Okay.
Is that...
So what you're saying is you're not only are you gonna have like all these brother husbands, you're gonna have a male child of each, and they're all gonna grow up with that one skill that belongs in the male strip club.
Oh, yuck. I might have a female. I might have a girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'll have to transition to her into being a boy. I'll have to like take her to the doctors and get her to be a boy.
But like, only if they want to. Like that.
No.
No, that's forcing someone against their will, though.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
Not for me. So off to the doctors we go.
For most people, it might be a problem.
For anybody else, it is a problem.
Yeah.
And it's 100% illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So minus that,
Yeah.
we're gonna go to the hospital.
Okay.
And you're going to be a carpenter, is what I'm gonna tell them.
Oh.
You're going to be the best carpenter in the whole world.
I think after you shouldn't have children. Like, you should just not. Just the fact that you are so, like, just willing to not only, like, decide how their life is going to go. You're going to be a carpenter. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, also, if you're a girl, we're taking you.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
You're welcome.
No.
You're welcome. I gave you a life.
That's not how
And I gave you a
That's
path.
not how children work.
Would it come with a battery or something?
I don't know.
Or like a notebook? Or like
I mean,
an instruction manual?
generally, you don't force them into a life they don't want to have. That
What do you mean?
You don't, like, if they don't want to do a thing,
Yeah?
you don't make them do a thing. Like, within reasonable.
Well,
Like-
my mom did.
Yeah, but there's, like, difference between, like, forcing a children, like, hey, you gotta eat all your vegetables.
Yeah.
And, like, hey, you've gotta be a carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. We'll see about that when we get to that point.
Yeah.
So, my friend said to me the other day, he's like, you would be a really good mom. And I was like, I would be a really bad mom. Because I would be so damn bossy.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, I would tell that kid, you need to say please and you need to say thank you. And I would say it with my little baby voice too.
Yeah.
You need to say please and you need to say thank you. Make sure you say thank you.
Yeah.
Don't say bad words. And
Okay.
I would make sure that that kid looks at himself
Yeah.
every day, or child or girl looks at himself every day and tells himself that he's special. He has to know that he is so loved.
Okay.
Those are the only two requirements that I have.
Two things.
And you have to be a carpenter. That's it.
Two things. First, I think you're raising a serial killer. Like, I think you're just raising, like, there's a point when you're like, there's too much love. And I think, like, this is the point where you're raising, like, a little Norman Bates. Or just pure psychopath.
Well, where does it stop?
I don't know. But I think, like, you're just well over
Like,
that
how
line.
do you make sure that the child doesn't kill people?
Don't know. You really don't know if your child's gonna be a mass murderer until you like,
really don't.
like get them to like 18. Like once you get them to an adult, you can like reasonably say like, hey, they're not gonna be a mass murderer. But like,
Do you know how to make sure that the kid is not a mass murderer?
there's
Or do you think it's just something that happens?
I mean, there's like a whole bunch of factors, so you like just never know.
Okay. But so then why do you think mine would be a mass murderer? I said carpenter.
I think but like that's part of it. Like you're so like controlling and so like you're so focused intensely on this kid.
Did you just tell me I'm controlling?
Yes.
You're right.
You know what? This is something I wanted to say before we go on the podcast, but we didn't get to it. You were in my head the other night when I was doing my set at Meow, that's hot?
Stop.
Yes. Because I was tugging on my shirt, and I remember you said that thing.
You remember I told you that you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I was doing that like during my set, and I was like, fuck. And then I remember that whole conversation we had.
So, what's it called again? Meow what?
Meow, that's hot.
Yeah, meow, that's hot. That's
Meow,
the place.
that's hot.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
And then what did you have to say about that? You look like you were like...
No, just that you're living
this.
in my head rent-free right now. Because I was doing that thing, and then I remembered the entire conversation. In the middle of doing my set.
I'm not sure what to say about that. Like, how did you feel about it?
I felt like... Fuck.
Did you feel violated?
Yes, very much.
But did you feel like it was a kind of violation where you're like, I'm okay with that? Or was it like I know that this is not right?
I'm not sure what the difference is between...
Like, one of them is like, I don't like this. And then the other one is like, yeah, that's cool. She can stay. You know? Like, one of them is like...
It's kind of like a cross between the two, I guess.
That's kind of like... And then there's also, fast forward, when I get older, and I'm like, I kind of want to kill myself, so I'll be a comedian. Like, both of those things, to me, are just topics. And I can speak about them. Some people just, they don't want to hear it. They cannot hear certain things.
Right.
Yeah. Like, they take it really, like, they take it literal. They take it personal as well.
Yeah.
They take it personal, and I'm like, you have some audacity. Like, who do you think you are to take that personal?
Right, yeah.
Like, this is my experience. Like, for example, my sister was handicapped.
Yeah.
So when I say something like, people would call her retarded, right? Like, I'm okay to say it, but somebody else is not comfortable with it, but will get upset at me because I'm comfortable saying it.
Right, yeah.
And I just am really confused by that.
Yeah.
Because that's your issue, that's not mine.
Right.
I was the one with the handicap sister, not you. I was the one who had to experience it, not you.
Yeah.
What the F? You know, just as well as, like, my upbringing.
Right.
I had to experience it. I talk about it. I talk about, you know, whatever else. When you say to me stuff, like, what do you think about this? I'm like, I got an opinion.
Right.
I got an opinion.
Yeah.
Here goes.
Yeah.
What's the topic? Yeah. So, what were we talking about again?
I was talking about the tugging on my shirt thing.
Right. So you were saying, like, I'm living, like, rent-free.
Right.
And I was asking you, does it feel good? Or are you just like, no, I don't like it? So I was just asking you, like, I'm just being stupid.
Yeah.
But, was it, like, a good thing or was it a bad thing?
Things like middle of the road. Like...
So you're, like, undecisive about it?
Yeah,
if I was to guess? You were just like, I don't know about that?
Yeah.
Oh, what made it feel like you're like, I don't know about that?
I'm not sure. Did
you feel violated on any level?
Yes, extremely.
Really?
Very. Just in the way that it's like, oh fuck, like I'm thinking about, like I shouldn't be thinking about this.
Okay, can I rest your mind?
Okay.
Okay, I'll say this to you.
Yeah.
What I understand is that what I said to you had an impact on you.
Yeah.
And it went so far deep into your psyche that when you actually were at a point where you could hear it for yourself, it grew.
Okay.
I guess, right? And then you actually got to see it for what it is.
Yeah.
And then you could actually see, like, what I was trying to say. And then maybe that's kind of like, you're like, damn it. You know?
Yeah.
But I just noticed it, like, when you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
On stage. When you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, that's a thing that he's got to stop doing that. Like, to me, that says, I'm nervous, I'm, or whatever else I said about it, right? I don't want to put you, like, out there, but, like, yeah, so I was just like, I was honestly just trying to, like, tell you, like, I was like, from a chum to a chum, I catch you doing this, like, stop doing that. Stop doing that. And, like, I mean it in, like, the nicest way, but I'm just kind of like, yo, stop doing that. Yeah. And then you actually realize that you did it. So, I think that's kind of funny, like, not like, haha, look at you funny, but, like, that, like, you actually caught it, so now you know, like, I'm legit. And, like, I'm telling you, like, honestly, it's a thing. Yeah. Yeah. So that you can actually see for yourself that it wasn't
Yeah.
You know, fine.
Oh.
So you could fix it if you wanted to, but
Yeah.
if you don't, get it,
Yeah.
put on and fix it. She's always fixing your shit.
I got it.
What do I do?
What do you do?
Yeah, put me on the chopping block. What do I do?
I don't know. I'm trying to think about it.
Wow. Wow, Matt. Wow. Wow.
What?
Oh, you've only seen me up once, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's
I
why.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like up on stage. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
that
always seen
wasn't worth it. That was
Yeah.
not a normal thing.
No.
That was not a normal time that I do like
No.
a thing, because usually I have a couple stuff I talk about,
Right.
feel the crowd a little bit, and do my thing or whatever. But
Yeah.
that day in particular, somebody was making fun of like everything that I am in existence. So
Yeah.
I was like, we're not gonna do that.
White girl.
What the hell? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe that.
Yeah.
I honestly, I always remember you looking at me, and I was
Yeah.
like looking up at you because you're taller than me,
Yeah.
which is like a rare thing.
Yeah.
And I remember looking up at you because you were looking down at me,
Right.
as you had said. I love how this is. What did you say? Oh,
like,
it just
I love how this is like a conversation just between the two of you right now.
like as you even repeat it, it's like it's something was
Yeah.
embedded in my head.
Yeah.
It was in my psyche rent free. Okay, so there you go. It was there, and I
Yeah.
was like, why? I know it's happening. You just made it real now, dude.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Oh my god.
A, I thought you were someone else. B,
Oh my god, you actually thought I was someone else too at that point?
yeah.
Oh, that's
I had
funny.
no clue.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, no, I had no clue that you weren't Carol until like afterwards, and we all started talking.
Oh my god.
I thought.
So you thought you were just like, oh yeah, this Carol's just sitting beside me.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, guys, just so you know, like whoever's listening to this, there is this girl who I usually say nobody really looks like me. Okay, like I look
No,
like
and it's just in general, like when someone says like, "Hey, like you look like this person," it's like, okay, like I kind of look like this person. but-
yeah, like I have this part of her face.
Right. Yeah.
She has the same expressions as me,
Right.
or something like that.
Yeah.
But this girl in particular,
Another comic in all.
oh my god.
Yeah.
And
Looks exactly like you could.
I
be
wouldn't
twins.
say exactly, but I would say the way that she looks at things
Yeah.
is the exact same way. Okay, maybe I would say exactly.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. You just said exactly.
Yeah, like it's crazy how similar.
Like you
We
guys
are.
could be twins. Like
For
it's-
sure, for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
And I've never met anybody who I can actually say, like, I can see why you would say that.
Right.
I've
yeah.
never met anybody who looks similar to me.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm looking at her and I was like, oh my god, this is who they're talking about.
Right. Yeah.
I couldn't stop staring at her.
Right.
It's like, this is so weird. And then she got up, put her jacket on, which was the exact same length as mine,
Yeah.
in the exact same style as mine, except hers was dark blue. Mine was black. Creepy.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what you guys have been through up until this point,
Yeah.
but like, I'm curious to know and find out. Like,
Right.
I want to know what you guys have like had to deal with. You know what I mean? Like, have you guys ever been like, "Hey, Lisa," oh, that's Carol, or "Hey, Carol," oh, that's
Okay. Since you dyed your hair, it's a lot easier. to tell.
yeah, because before we both had the.
Yeah.
I was like an ashy brown.
Yeah.
I was like a light brown, and then she's blondish red,
Right.
and both long hair,
Right. Yeah.
and wear it to the front,
Right.
like on the
But
front of our.
now it's
body.
different enough that you can tell each other apart.
Yeah, now mine is short and
Yeah.
black,
Yeah.
like dark brown black,
Right.
and hers is blonde with bangs. But as a hairdresser,
Yeah.
here's a funny thing: she has her bangs, and then she also has a part where her hair stops.
Okay.
And then it grows more. So I think at some point she had her hair short like this.
Oh. Okay.
Because I can see the disconnection
Oh. Really?
of where the other hairstyle was.
Okay.
I was just like, no, stop. Like I'm so in love with this, but I'm like jealous of myself. This is weird.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like I get why you put your hair like that. It's cute.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
The hell. And she has a little boy, so I was curious because I was like, I gotta see what he looks like.
Yeah.
I gotta see what this kid looks like.
Because you want to know what your kid's gonna
Right?
look like.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, I had to do it. I had to. He's like 7 or something like that now. I don't know how old he is, but very nice skin. And he sort of looks like her.
Every time you say nice skin.
But he's a little kid, so of course he's gonna have nice skin. But he's like the way he looks at her is like he's like enchanted. It's so cute. He's like looking up at her and he's like, "Yeah, mom." Jeez. Like it's so cute. Like I want to slap him. He's so cute. He's so cute. I love kids. Oh my gosh. Like I'm a crazy person.
No, really?
I see parents talking down to their kids.
Yeah.
And I so badly want to go over there and just like protect the kid and be like, "Okay, I understand you're upset. You have to be very, very gentle, okay? Because you're going to hurt this human being." And then give the child back. Like my emotions have been so paralyzed.
Okay.
That I recognize, like I'm an empathy person, right? Like an empathic person.
Okay.
And so like if somebody feels a certain way, I can relate to it very easily.
Okay.
Because like I've been hurt so much. Well,
yeah.
Whatever. We've all been like picked on, right? But like
I've
been excessively picked on.
Okay.
That when I see it happening to somebody else, especially a child, it is a trigger. Let me tell you, I get so messed up about it.
Yeah.
Like I get so where I'm just like I want to kill the person for talking to somebody like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, just because you're a parent doesn't mean you can be rude to your child.
Right.
That's not what that is. You're literally teaching them nothing.
Yeah.
And you're just yelling at them.
Yeah.
Because why?
Yeah.
That's my thing on that. So anyways, I saw her little kid. He looked at her like he was enchanted with her. He's so cute. And then I looked at him really closely and I was like, oh my god, I can see how he looks like her. How interesting is that? So I'm going to ask her if she'll have another child, and hopefully it's a little girl. Because I want to see what she'd look like.
Yeah.
I think she'll say yeah. What do you think?
You're just going to ask her.
Yeah.
Have another child. And not just have another child. Have a girl.
Yeah.
And you think she's just going to be cool with that?
Well, I don't know. I'm still messing. What do you think?
I don't think that would be... I would advise against that.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah.
Why?
You can't just ask people, hey, get knocked out.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
No.
No. I would just say now would be a good time to have another kid. For my sake.
But what if it's... Okay.
And I think that would go over well.
But what if it's not for her sake? Because, like, she'd be the one to have to actually, like, raise the child.
Not my problem. I feel like you're the one who decided to have a kid.
But you want her to have a kid.
Yeah.
Just so you can see what your kid could potentially look
The
like.
only reason.
The only reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, if she could be, if she could hook up with somebody who was European of some sort, blue eyes, maybe green eyes, lighter eyes, anyways, light hair. Well, I'll have to talk with her about it. But ideally, they would have lighter hair.
Okay.
And 5'11".
Okay.
Minimum.
Minimum. No short guys.
No. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Because guys are like, oh, I don't like tall girls. I don't like tall girls, but I'm gonna go and watch the Victoria's Secret show.
Okay, we were talking about this at the beginning. But again, I don't see what is so wrong with tall girls. Like,
you don't see what's wrong with
a
girl being tall?
Yeah, like I'm 6'2", so maybe I see things differently. But
You
like,
have a higher perspective,
okay,
so that's why I think you would see things differently.
okay. I'm just superior, is what you're saying.
No, I mean like it's
Oh, okay. Just
it's,
like a literally higher perspective.
Yeah, but we can go with superior. Superior's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean whatever.
Yeah.
If you feel superior, then
Yeah. I mean, why shouldn't I?
exactly, exactly. Like people give Kanye West crap because he says I feel like I'm Jesus.
Yeah.
But he made a good point because he's like, when kids say that they feel like they're Jesus, do you tell him no, he's wrong? No. So why can't I be Jesus?
You let him grow up and lead a bloody revolution in China.
A bloody revolution?
A bloody revolution.
You let the child grow up and lead a bloody revolution?
Yeah. In China.
And then what?
And then
That would make them superior?
No, what ends up happening is the government ends up killing all of him and his followers. And then they go bye-bye.
No.
Yes, this is like an actual thing that happened.
I know. You're
Do
like,
you know?
I don't know exactly.
Do you know what I'm referring to? No, there's just actually this guy in China in the mid 19th century who thought he was like Jesus Christ's brother, and like led a whole rebellion against the Qing dynasty. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but what were you saying? You said that you're like, I don't know why tall girls aren't attractive.
Yeah, I don't get like why guys are like tall girls are unattractive just because they're tall.
So
Right.
I don't actually think that guys think that tall girls are unattractive.
Yeah.
As much as it is that it's just that they're just really insecure around being a girl who's taller than them because they feel like they have to be the taller one.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, most of the guys I've ever dated
Yeah.
were my height or just slightly above.
Okay.
I can count on one hand, and I have been with half the world, let me tell you. When I tell you Brad Paisley and me are in love, it might be true. No, I'm kidding. But like, I dated a few guys, and I've only dated 2 guys that were taller than me. Like, and I'm talking your height tall. What's your height?
Yeah.
6'2"?
6'2", yeah.
Okay, so I dated a guy who was 6'2", and I dated a guy who was 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
My dad was 6'4.5". So I'm a tall person.
Yeah.
And I can say that leaning up to kiss a guy, I was with a guy who was 6'6" too.
Yeah.
As well. Sorry. 6'6" as well. 6'6" That's tall.
Yeah.
Guinness World Records? I'd say yes.
I would. Yeah.
But I like the idea of a guy being very tall so that you can lean up to kiss him because it makes you feel. You kind of feel like. Not enamored, but you kind of feel like he has more control over you.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And like he's a guy, so in our minds as a female, like you guys have the strength,
Mm-hmm.
physical strength,
Yeah.
and we've accepted it so much so that we like it.
Okay.
So when there's a guy who can handle you physically, you feel safe around that person.
Mm.
But I've been with guys who are not tall.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys that I dated were short
Yeah.
or like my height,
Right.
right? And a lot of them are very insecure about their height.
Mm.
And so then they feel like, okay, well, like I've insulted them on some
Okay.
level, I guess. Because I have the height and they don't.
Mm.
Like I still don't want to be the man in the relationship.
Yeah.
I still don't have the strength that you have.
Mm.
But now as it appears, I do have the strength that you have.
Mm.
Because you're acting like you're not a man.
Yeah.
And that's the part that's so unattractive.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Weirdly, yes.
Yeah, like I don't
Yeah.
know how else to put it, but like I can totally handle a guy that's short
Yeah.
that has confidence.
Right.
Not arrogance.
Yeah.
Be confident. That's hot. Be arrogant, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gross. We're not on the same page, because,
No.
like, don't you know who I think I am? Hello.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, there's guys that they're just like they're arrogant. You're like, ew.
Yeah.
You don't need me. So if you don't appreciate anything that I am, I don't want to be near you. Like it turns me off. So I'm good. I don't care how hot you are. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll go be with that guy over there who will appreciate me cooking him something.
Yeah.
Who will appreciate me, like complimenting him and like just boosting up his ego and stuff, right?
Mm.
And then he'll secretly have more confidence than the arrogant guy. I have my way. But the guys that are short, that are insecure, I can't work with that.
No.
Like, I'm cool that you're short. I don't even care. I literally don't even care. It's nice to be able to go up to kiss somebody up like that.
Yeah.
Like, with my head tilted up. It's cute and everything.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't need that. I need a guy who can be a man.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't need a guy that can, like, kiss me this way, this way, this way, this way, that way.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in his confidence and stuff like that. And then I can work with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that are short and they're so damn insecure and stupid because they always address me as being big. And
Yes,
like,
we talked about this
It's
last
not
time.
big. The word is tall, and I get that you don't get that. That's
Yeah,
fine, but correction. If you call a girl big, you're calling her wide.
Yeah.
If you're calling her wide,
You're
you're indirectly telling her that wide is who she is, and she will become that if you're not careful. You know? If you call a girl tall, like, I'm cool with somebody calling me a giraffe. I'm cool with somebody being like, hey, can you reach that?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the second that you're like, telling me that I'm big,
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know how to tell you that you don't know how to use your words properly. Like, fuck.
That's when you just need to, like, unleash your crazy and just, like, go out.
Well, do you know what?
Are you calling?
Like, in the elevator, you probably get this all the time.
Yeah.
All the goddamn time. But in the elevator, people will be like, oh my god, you're so tall.
I get that a
But
lot.
you don't go to the mall enough, do you?
Well, no, especially not now, but...
You don't need
just,
to.
But
you
just...
have perfect skin.
Again, with the skin...
I'm gonna touch it one day. I'm just gonna get, like, one of those hands. You know those, like, slap hands?
Oh,
you can
yeah.
get that go like that?
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna, like... And it's gonna have a stick on the end of it. And I'm just gonna creepily, like, when you're not noticing, like, touch the side of your face. And then... and then pull it back, and I can see you just, like, slapping yourself, like, looking around going, what the hell is that? And then I'll just be in the corner. Somebody film that?
Again, this is why I'm afraid I'm gonna wake up one day without my skin, but...
No. You I will save. Don't worry. You I will save. You'll be good. Don't worry. I will spare your life. Just today. Your family is another thing.
See... Okay.
No, but it's just a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a way girls compliment each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we do to each other.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of pulling you into the girl world by doing that.
Yeah.
But I mean it in like the nicest way.
Okay.
Yeah. Your skin is really nice. I could color match you right now.
Color match.
Yeah, I could color match you. So like I could find the perfect foundation for the color of your skin. Because your skin is close to mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're both from East. We both have Eastern European
Yeah.
backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like people are like, when people say, so you're white, like when I go to get, this is funny,
Oh,
when
yeah.
I went to go get color matched yesterday,
Yeah.
actually, I tried a new foundation, you know foundation, right? Foundation is the goop that we put on our whole skin.
Okay.
That's like the first one that covers the whole perimeter. And then after that we put on other stuff, right?
Okay.
So that's the most important one, because that's the base.
Okay.
That's like the primer of paint.
Okay.
So like you have to have a good color match, because if you don't,
Yeah.
Everything else will look stupid. And sometimes you get these lines under here that you see girls have.
Okay.
Bad color match.
Uh,
So I went to go get color matched.
yeah.
And this girl was like, "Oh yeah, you're like me." You know, she had blonde hair, blue eyes. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're like me," and I was like, "Yeah, I am." Except like, she's like, "You're pale like me." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Polish Canadian. I'm like as white as they get."
Yeah.
And she started laughing, and I'm like, "But here's the trick.
Okay.
My great grandmother on both sides of my family, and I took my mask down, and I was as I was taking it down, I was like,
Yeah.
was black. So that's where I got my lips from.
On both sides of your family?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where I got my lips from and my eyes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so you have. Just not to get super deep into this. You have 4 great grandmothers, right?
2.
No, you have 4. Like.
Oh, in total, yes, everybody has.
Yeah. Everybody has 4.
Yeah,
So you have 1 on each side, not all 4.
that's right.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
That took me a second to figure out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quick, man.
Okay.
Damn.
Just making sure I
Wasn't
had
that
that right.
fast? Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them on each side was black. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so I got these lips, and I was telling her, and she's like, "Oh, geez," and she's like, "Wow, that's crazy." And I was like, "I know, right? Because right now everybody's paying for them." And she's like, "Yeah, exactly." And then I was like, "So I have a weird yellowish undertone in my skin," because she went to say like, "You're pink," because pink means that through your white skin you have the reddish tone under there, like your cheeks go red, or you get rosacea, and it's clear that's rosacea.
Okay.
But like I have that pinky rosacea-ish color, but then I also have a hint of like olive. You know what I mean? Like when you see like Spanish girls or people from different cultures, and they have like a darker tone to their skin, but they're not black.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have like a splash of that. So I'm white as hell, and then a splash, like just a splash, just a little sprinkle of pepper.
Okay.
So when I go to color match, like sometimes they have to take 2 colors. Yeah, and then I have to mix them together, and I'm just like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this in my life. You guys need to figure it out. You're the makeup industry, not me. I don't say that to the girl, but this is what goes in my head.
Okay.
So, do you know that they make the counters short enough for short people to get their makeup?
Yeah.
But not tall enough that the tall girls don't have to, like, literally bend their knees in order to, like, see what's on the bottom shelf?
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
Well, it's just the world's made for short people. I don't know what to tell you. I used to work.
So weird.
I used to work in a. Oh, it's another thing I wanted to talk about earlier too that I forgot. I used to work in an Italian kitchen.
Okay.
And
what's an Italian kitchen?
It's like it's a.
The cuisine was Italian, or the
cuisine.
wall was Italian.
It was all Italian. Like everything.
The wall was Italian. The chef was Italian.
Everything
this was Italian. The clothes were Italian.
Everything about this was Italian.
Wow.
But it was Italian cuisine primarily.
Okay.
And the thing was, it was like an old house that was like converted into like a real fancy restaurant.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So.
Is it in Ottawa?
No, it's back in the city.
Okay, so I was gonna say I know which one it is.
No.
But I don't.
No. And plus it closed down. Too,
I really want the fries from Yuck Yucks right now. They have some seasoning on it.
Oh, they're so good.
I'm so annoyed that they don't have any. Right? They are so good. I'm not just crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh my god. Were you at the show on Friday?
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
So I brought my friend there, and like, she's really picky. So we got some pirogue.
Yeah.
And well, she got them.
Yeah.
And then I got we got some pierogies, is what I'm saying, and we got some chicken, like what am I trying to say, like a pound of chicken wings.
Chicken wings. Oh yeah.
Except so when you get the chicken wings, it comes with fries.
Yeah.
Except Mitch, who is the guy who's a comedian, but he also works there. He was like, I heard chicken nuggets, because every single time I go there, I ask for wings. So that night, he heard chicken nuggets.
Of course.
I don't know how, but I was like, whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I suppose I can deal with it.
Yeah.
So, I was done eating. I had only a few pierogies, and yeah, I had a few pierogies. And then I was eating my chicken nuggets, and I got my fries.
Yeah.
My friend was picking at my fries until they were gone.
Ah.
Like literally until
Yeah.
like the last little crunchy, crispy ones were gone.
Yeah.
That's how much she liked them. And yeah, like, and there was still pierogi left. She
Yeah.
didn't eat it. She was just eating the fries. They're so good, that's all I'm saying. I don't know
Yeah.
what they put on that. I think it's crack. I'm pretty sure it's crack.
Okay. Go off into another tangent. So you're okay with your friend eating food off your plate, right?
Her, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, her.
Her specifically.
Yeah.
How would you feel if a complete stranger ate food off your plate?
I would be confused.
Yeah. Like just
No one has ever done it to me.
Yeah.
But I would be, that is, like, there's a thing that they say, it's don't touch things that don't belong to you.
Right, right.
So I would be more insulted at the fact that he touched something of mine that doesn't belong to him.
Right.
Not so much that he ate my food. That I'm cool with.
Okay.
Complete stranger, whatever. I just won't go to that section that you ate on if I think you're gross.
Yeah.
But I won't tell you that you're gross, but, like, you have some audacity to touch my things?
Right, yeah.
No.
Okay. I've got a story. Pre-COVID. Okay, I was in England. I lived in England for 6 months on exchange. We were getting a tour of the school, and I was grouped in, I was the only Canadian there, and I was grouped in with the Americans.
Did you ever see, just a side note, did you ever see the little kids in England when they're all dressed up in their suits?
Oh, yeah.
They're
There's
like little chickens.
Yeah, there's one...
Like when they walk, is it chickens or chicks?
Yeah, there was two
They're
different...
so fucking cute. Like, what are you doing? And they're all like properly lined up as they go, and they're all like, well, they're kids, right? They're well behaved, and they're all dressed accordingly. It's so cute, like little chickens.
Yeah, and like the actual like school uniform and everything. Yeah. It can see you just gushing right now.
I went into a church. I forget which church it was.
Yeah.
And there was a teacher, and she was teaching them, I guess, the Bible stories.
Yeah.
And she was like, so then, the guy did this, and the kids were leaning. They're sitting in their uniforms. They've got their legs crossed.
Yeah.
And they're leaning forward, listening, and they've got their necks bent back, and looking up in just awe. And like I just stood there and I just watched, and I was like, you guys are so cute. You have no idea.
You are so baby crazy.
I know, right? And I don't have like. I refuse to bring a kid into this world. That's like, insane. I will not bring a kid into this world unless like I know that the guy that I'm with is solid.
Yeah.
Like he has to be ready to like do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to raise a genius. I got it ready. I've got it planned.
Okay.
But that kid is going to be an on-purpose kid.
Okay.
Not like a oops. This is what happens when you get an oops. We don't want none of that. That's too much.
No.
No, I want the controversial. I want you to be in the box. I want you to be a normal person.
Okay.
I want you to be conformed. No, you're not going to be conformed. You're not going to be a conformed kid.
No.
Just going to be a construction worker. Sorry.
Jeez.
I just had to digress because I was
Okay.
like, oh my god, the kids in their uniforms. Oh my god, England, I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And remember, they're English too, so they'll have.
Oh,
their
stop! They do. Hello. Excuse me.
Oh.
Pardon me.
sections. God. Okay. So we were getting a tour of the school, and whatever, you know. So I'd only talked to a few people before then, and whatever. We go to the cafeteria for lunch. I forget what I had, but I had like something with fries. I sat down and I'm talking to these few people that I've only been talking to for the past few days. Then, this girl on the other side of me sits on my right
Excuse me.
and just starts eating fries off my plate. I've never seen this girl before. I don't know who the hell she is. And then like I'm looking at her like what the fuck's wrong with you? And she just kind of like and like chuckles and laughs and all this shit.
Whoa.
What the fuck is wrong?
I'll
with
tell you exactly what that is.
you? What?
As a female,
Yeah.
and this is what I think. I'm not
Okay.
100% because I wasn't there, nothing like that.
Yeah.
This is my take on that.
Yeah.
I feel entitled.
Yeah. Okay. There's more to the story.
And she felt like, I don't know how to say this in any other way, but I'll just put it out there.
Yeah.
She felt that your kindness
Yeah.
was weakness.
Mm.
And she felt entitled
Yeah.
to do that.
Okay.
That is a person you throw off the bench.
Yeah.
And you do not apologize.
You're right.
That's so disrespectful,
Yeah.
especially in England.
Right. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Right.
Are you guys dating?
No.
Like, why are you touching his food?
So.
Wow.
Later on the same day, we end the day at an auditorium and they go through this slideshow like, oh, just you might be experiencing culture shock. Like, even though our cultures are somewhat similar, like, there's still some differences. And so, like, oh, like so has anybody here experienced culture? You guys have been here for a week. Like, has anyone experienced it thus far? And she stands up and says, oh, yeah, yes, I have.
Thus far.
Thus far. And then, so the guy's like, oh, okay, what happened? Her story was, she went to the grocery store. She was freaked out already because they all sit down at the cash register in England.
Okay.
Which is, whatever. But then, she rings out, the cashier's ringing up her food, and she's not bagging it. And then, after she's, rung up all her food, the cashier just gives her a look. She didn't understand that she had to bag her own fucking groceries.
Okay.
And then, apparently, the cashier said, once she said this to the cashier, oh, I didn't realize I had to. Apparently, the cashier gave her a look or whatever, it's like, oh, stupid American. And it's like, well, yeah. Like, I would have done that too. Like, anybody would have,
yeah.
What's wrong with you? You've never had to bag your own groceries before? Like...
I don't know. See, I have a different opinion on that completely. Okay. Mine is like, if I'm gonna pay you to bag my groceries,
yeah,
I might as well also bring in my own food.
Yeah.
I don't work here.
Right.
You bag my shit.
Yeah, but it's just like, it was just, again, this entitled sort of thing.
I think it was the person. Like, when I go right now to the grocery store and they're looking at me like, would you like a bag? And they take it out and they hand you a bag like it's a piece of dirt.
Yeah.
They're like, here you go.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't even want to ever come back here again.
Yeah.
Like, ever. If you didn't tell me that I was going to bag my groceries, if you didn't tell me that I have to bag my groceries, you've set me up and put me in a position of, like, awkwardness. And that's not cool because our normalcy is this. And now you're changing my normalcy. But if I was in a different country...
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like this. It's like when I went to Poland.
Yeah.
When I saw a black person talking Polish.
Yeah.
And my brain was like, well, why wouldn't that make sense? That's right, why would that make sense?
Yeah.
But I'm used to guys that are black speaking English.
Right.
Maybe speaking French.
Yeah.
Right? Not Polish.
Right, yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, that was cool to me. I was like, that's cool. Like, why wouldn't that be, right? But if, and that's normal, but like, if their normal is you have to bag your own groceries, like, I mean, I don't know. You can't really be insulted by, like, you're coming onto their turf.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And do you think that that's what the situation was? That she just didn't want to...
I think it was just a whole entitlement thing, and that she's never, ever had to bag her own groceries.
I think she's a fry stealer.
Yeah, that too.
I bet you she knows the fry stealer.
And then, okay, so this is the other thing. We already talked about, I think we talked about this a little bit on previous podcasts, because I've had the people who lived in the flat on. But, so she lived in a flat with two of my friends.
Yeah.
And there was an instance where food was going missing.
Huh.
So we were trying to figure out, like, everybody in the flat was trying to figure out who was stealing the food, right? And my money was dead set on this one girl. Like, it was just like, nah, it's her. She stole my fries, like, it 100% has to be her.
Interesting, okay.
Then, so it actually turned out it wasn't her, it was this other girl. And see, the thing is that her parents are paying for her whole stay there. So, and she just came from a really rich family. But the thing is that they were just paying for her just to go to school there and nothing else. Meanwhile, on the weekends, she was taking all these trips, like, to, like, all the Nordic countries, to Greece, like, all over the place. So what we found out is she was stealing other people's food, so she didn't have to pay for her groceries. And then she would then have the money to go on all these trips. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so angry.
Yeah. So, what ended up happening was there was a plan that I was was an ardent supporter of, where they were going to buy orange juice and put laxatives in it. But they had so they first they went to security and said like, hey, like we know it's this person. Like it's like, oh well, we can't do anything. We have to give them a 3-day notice before we can search their room. And it's like, okay, well, if there even was any evidence, it's going to be gone by then. And then it just became a moot point because she just like up and left in the middle of the school year and then never came back.
Weird.
Yeah.
So how did she... So her parents paid for her to go to school.
Yep.
And afforded her so that she could go away on vacations with them.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they had before, but like they just like all the vacationing she was doing while at school was by herself. She just her parents weren't giving her any money to go and do all these excursions.
They were, sorry?
They weren't.
They weren't.
They were not. So they were only giving her just enough money so she could like afford like her rent and her food. But instead of paying for her own food, she stole other people's food so she could go on all these trips. Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah. Again, that's just like rich American entitlement. Yeah.
What are you gonna do in the future?
Yeah.
Like, you're just taking people's things.
Right.
You think that you can just keep continuing to take people's things? Like,
And then part of the other thing too is like we found out like she was like a compulsive liar. Like there's this one instance, so my buddy, he goes into the kitchen and he looks for these cookies that he had bought. And he hadn't opened the box yet, but he goes in and someone had opened the box and had a few cookies. She was the only other person in the kitchen at the time. So he just turns around and was like, hey, do you know what happened to my cookies? And she said no. That was the interaction, okay? She goes around and tells everybody else in our like exchange cohort that he like pinned her to the wall and like screamed at her, where's my fucking cookies? Like...
okay.
Yeah. And she did like a whole bunch of like that over and over, like with different things and different like events. Like it started like, and that's like,
elaborate.
Yeah.
Was it theater you guys were in?
No, we were all in different programs.
Seems like it should have been theater class.
Yeah, she should have been in theater class.
What the hell?
Yeah, and we were in Canterbury, which is a big theater town in England. So.
That's funny. There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, where are we? Holy fuck! Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Do you want to guess?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Nope.
1 hour on the dot.
Nope.
55 minutes?
Like higher.
2.5 hours?
Higher.
Fuck off.
No.
Fuck off.
No, higher.
3 hours.
We are just about at 3 hours. We are at, right now, 2 hours and 53 minutes and 30 odd seconds.
Oh my god. Please tell me you're gonna cut that into an hour.
I don't think I could. If like...
Could you do it in 3 pieces?
I possibly could. I could do that. I could do 2.
Like, here's Lisa and then to be continued.
Right. I did that with one episode before, when me and Andrew accidentally did 4 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So.
That's long.
Yeah, it is long.
Yeah, I think if you... I don't know, I think it's like stopped, but what time is it?
Like actual time?
Yeah.
8:30.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
3 hours?
3 hours.
And that's like minus the time.
That's
like,
minus the time that all beforehand.
we had to like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also stopped to like rummage with things.
The car, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Because I got here at 4:30.
Right. When, okay, here's something. Because this is not only the first time. The last episode this happened too.
I don't want to answer.
You don't want to answer this?
Okay, go.
Okay.
I should be punished for this.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see what your answer is.
Oh God.
So the first episode, what we said originally, we had said Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we went to Sunday.
Yes.
Then we said Sunday at 2. And
Yes.
then what time did you actually show up?
You want to talk about it?
No. No.
Probably 3.
No, it was 4. It was 4.
Was it 4?
Yeah, it was 4. It was 2
So
hours.
I said 3 and then I got there at 4.
Right. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Then today.
So I need to be held accountable for
Yeah.
my actions.
Yes, and this is what we're doing right now in the last, just so we can get the 3 hours. So, and then today, again, we said Sunday, 2. Then you said 3, which was acceptable, which was fine. I get it. Then 3 came. You weren't here.
Mm-hmm.
Said you were on your way.
Mm-hmm.
Then 4 came. You said you'd be here by 4. And then
Mm-hmm.
you didn't actually show up here till 4:30.
Yeah.
So, why? Why did this happen? How?
So at when I texted you,
Yeah.
my cousin was talking to me on the phone.
Okay.
And he loves to talk on the phone with me at random times. And we don't even talk.
Okay.
He's just on the phone, and sometimes he's playing the guitar and I'm just, I don't know, cooking.
Okay.
Right? And then, so I'm like, okay, I gotta hurry up, whatever. And some song goes, and then I literally was just like, Matt isn't gonna care because I'm not doing anything today anyways. So he's probably not gonna care when I show up.
Oh.
I really don't think he's gonna care when I show up.
Yeah.
Because he's just doing nothing anyways. So he's just gonna be like, whatever, I'm just doing nothing. It's cool.
Yeah.
This is my train of thought.
Okay.
To me, I was like, I don't think he cares if we do it at this time or this time or this time.
Yeah.
I respect the fact that you do.
Yeah.
And on my way out, I ran into this guy that is in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we're talking, and he works in the hospital and stuff. So thing is he likes to chat a lot. So
Yeah.
when I left, I didn't just leave. I started talking to him.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, shit, I'm not even gonna text him again. I'm
Yeah,
not even
yeah.
gonna text him again. And then I was like, fuck, I also gotta call my late boyfriend's mom.
Mm.
Because today is the anniversary, I guess you could say,
Oh,
of
God.
his death.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I sat out there for a little bit, in the parking lot,
Oh.
for I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
15 max. Just trying to calm myself down before I came in here, kind of thing. So I
Oh.
had to emotionally prepare myself before I came in here. So it's fuck. He wasn't just the guy. Remember I was telling you that I was the girl who was with a guy that had a car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was the guy who had the car.
Oh, jeez.
He's so cool. Yeah. He was the one who, I don't know if I ever mentioned before that. I was living with him, then he passed away. Did I tell you that?
No, I don't think you did.
So anyways, he was the love of my life.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then he passed away.
Yeah.
And then, for some reason, this week, that's been going by, I've been thinking about him a lot. So I haven't talked to his mom in a while. So I waited until the anniversary, which is today,
Yeah.
to call her. And I completely forgot that it's today because I've been waiting for it.
Yeah.
So I called her, and then it's literally I have no reason.
Yeah.
I literally don't have anything
Yeah.
that is sufficient enough at best
Yeah.
as an excuse.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing
Yeah.
to say to you that is that's worth your ears listening to. Dead serious. Like, I literally had nothing. I literally just thought, okay, he's just chilling. He's doing what I do on the weekends when he doesn't have to work. He's just, like, walking the dog. He doesn't care. So,
yeah.
I'll just get there, like, whenever I get there. But then, also, I should probably not do that because, I don't know, like...
See, the thing is I can't berate you now.
What do you mean?
Because that's like an actual, like, heavy thing to, like, do and go through. Like, the whole...
Yeah, but it's my issue, though. Like...
Yeah, okay, but
the thing is, like... I know that these things are in my life.
Yeah.
I know I have to deal with them. Like, my mom is forever gonna be a bonehead.
Yeah.
You know? And that's just something that I gotta deal with.
Right.
So, I have to, like, work my life around that.
Right, yeah.
That's nothing to do with you. That's not your problem.
No.
You know? Like, that's my problem. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it. Which is cool, because, like, I can figure that out on my own.
Yeah.
And it can make me feel good when I figure it out. Anyways, the point is, like, it's not your problem. You don't have to deal with it.
No.
You shouldn't have to.
No.
So, the same is with, like, today. Like,
yeah,
it's heavy. For sure it's heavy, but, like, it's not an excuse. It's not a reason to be late. It's not a reason to, like, make somebody wait.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't know, I got nothing else to say other than that was, like, a dick thing to do.
Yeah. But see, like, now I feel bad.
Why?
Because, like...
I'm actually really happy that you called me out on that, to be honest with you. Like, my privilege of my prettiness gets me very far.
Yeah.
Very fucking far.
Yeah.
And also the fact that, like, I'm a nice person.
Yeah.
People tend to be more lenient with me.
Yeah.
And I've always had a problem with being late.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell you stories.
Really?
Fuck yeah. I can tell you stories. I threw myself in a snowbank when I was little.
Uh-huh.
When I was going to school, because I was late every day.
Yeah.
No, not sometimes. Every day.
Like, every day.
Every day. I just... You know what? You're not doing anything in school.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do I have to be here at 8 a.m.?
Yeah.
We're literally doing nothing every single day. Every fucking day. Yeah. I don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. I know that you don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me. So I literally threw myself in the snowbank one day just so that I could tell her when I got to school that I fell in the snowbank. So I thought it was so smart. Because, like, if you're telling the truth, then it's the truth.
Right. Yeah.
So in I go to class, and I'm just like, why are you late?
Yeah.
I remember her. Oh, she's a bitch. She hated me.
Yeah.
Hated me.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but her name was Miss Atkinson.
Okay.
Like, the brand.
Yeah.
Atkinson. She's sitting there, and she was pretty, and she's very put together, you know, very nice things that she would wear, adorn herself. And all the class was sitting there. Everyone was facing her, and she was doing something, and she's like, she just looked at me like she wanted to rip my face off. And she's like, why are you late?
Yeah.
And I was like, I was about to tell her, like, it's because this. So, like, I'm gonna get past with this. So I was like, I'm late because I fell in the snowbank. And I was so proud of myself for, like, telling her, like, that's why I was late. Because I hurt myself. So it's okay. But, like, I threw myself there. Yeah. And she just looked at me and she knew that I was, like, she called my bullshit.
Right, yeah.
And she literally looked at me. She turned her head and she just went like that.
Yeah,
and she turned her head back. I got a like that. Like, if you can get one of those from an adult, you've pissed them off. So, I pissed her off.
Uh-huh.
And, I don't know, I thought I was, like, being transparent because, like, I definitely fell in the snowbank, but there was nobody there to push me in.
Yeah.
I literally elevated myself and threw myself in somehow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that there was enough snow because I'm so damn long. Like, I'm surprised there was enough snow for my whole body to, like, land on.
Yeah.
And, like, every part gets snow. So, she wasn't happy about it.
No.
But, yeah, like, there's, and I have, like, tons of stories. I was sent to principal's office all the time. Like,
Yeah.
excuse me, not all the time. I was sent to the late desk all the time to get a late slip. All the time. I can tell you that after 3 lates, you get a different late ticket.
Okay.
And then you can manipulate yourself out of that ticket.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just almost like I just want to push because I want to see like how far
You can get away with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And like it's literally just using things that I have to my advantage.
Yeah.
So I realize that it's also like being late really pisses people off.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
And I didn't think like I shouldn't laugh about this, but like I can't believe how much it pisses people off.
Yeah.
That like I'm actually impressed about how much I can piss somebody off. I'm like, fuck. I didn't know that I can do that.
Really?
Like, that's power to me.
Yeah.
So I have to like not do that.
Yeah.
Because if I want to have any kind of like power back,
Yeah.
I have to like, give power in order to get power. So.
See, for me, I just have such an anxious thing about being late.
Ooh.
That it just, yeah.
Ooh.
Like, I will show up, like, I've, like, shown up to places, like, hours early. Just because I didn't want to be late.
I used to be like that.
Yeah.
I used to be like that, but then I'm like, why am I waiting around when things don't start till 1/4 after?
Right.
When things don't start till 10 after?
Right.
Why are you making me sit there? It's like going
Right.
to a Chris D'Elia show, and you're sitting there for like 10, 20 minutes waiting for him to get on the stage.
Yeah.
Well, first you gotta wait for his opener to go on.
Right.
Like, I wanted Chris D'Elia to come on at 8 o'clock. That's
Okay.
what the ticket said, 8 o'clock, and I'm coming to see Chris D'Elia. If he's not out there at 8 o'clock,
But, like, okay, you
why
gotta...
are you wasting my time?
That's
Like,
the
I'll
comment,
come
you
back
gotta
in 20
understand,
minutes.
there's gotta be the opener's gotta go up first.
Yeah, but if you don't know about the opener, it's really depressing. If you don't know that there's
Okay,
an
I think
opener-
most people going to a comedy show know there's an opener.
I honestly didn't know as much about comedy
okay.
as I do now.
Uh-huh.
But that's not excusing my lateness. It's just like when I go to the theater, I don't want to see pre things of the show. You know what I mean? I want to see the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
I want 15 minutes of commercials.
Yeah, but sometimes, like, that's how you get to know, like, what the next great movie's gonna be. Like, that you wanna go
It's
see.
good for you.
But, like, what if...
Okay, it's like this.
Okay.
You have a girlfriend. You're like in it for 2 years. You
Yeah.
guys have never kissed. You're gonna get
That-
pissed.
Yeah,
Because
for
you're
sure.
like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm holding the doors open for you.
Yeah.
I'm being supportive of you. I don't know what you need. Like, what the fuck? Right? You're gonna be annoyed.
Okay.
It's the waiting thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to wait. I hate waiting too.
Okay, but there's a difference between that and, like... Okay, what if you're in a relationship with a girl and she sends you nudes?
Like, if I'm in a relationship with a girl?
Well, okay.
Or if you're in a relationship with the guy?
If you're in a relationship with your preferred...
Gender?
Yeah.
So, like, if I was in a relationship, basically is what you're saying, right? I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then...
And then you get nudes from your significant other being like, this is a preview of what's to come.
Oh, nice.
Isn't
Yeah.
that nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where are you going with it? I'm so confused.
Well, you were like shitting on previews for movies.
Oh.
And I was like, well,
Damn.
yeah.
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 You got a good point there.
Yeah.
Shit.
See?
Yeah.
This
I
is
walked
it.
right into that, yeah.
How do you know you're not gonna like Rocky 7 until you like see a little bit of what Rocky 7's got?
I don't know, Matt. Why'd you make me think about that? Now I'm gonna go home tonight and be like, I think I like previews now.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Like, why would you?
This is
My
what-
life, I've
Sure.
got it all figured out up to now.
Open,
It's working for me.
trying to open your mind to new experiences.
Screwing everything up.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna start being on time and stuff.
Yeah, see, you might like it. You might enjoy it.
Like, I think the thing is you might like it. You might like being on time and stuff. You actually might like it.
You might, yeah.
The thing is like my comedy is like a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not a teacher or anything like that. So I genuinely feel like a dick. You know? Like
Yeah.
I actually do.
Yeah.
just because it's like from one comedian to another. Like I
Yeah.
actually have a different kind of respect for you that I just granted you.
Mhm.
You know, because you're weird.
Yeah.
And so it actually like hurts me that it bothered you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it actually does. So
Yeah.
now I'm gonna start watching previews and stuff, and then I'll be like mad. I'm thinking about being
See, now I'm in your head.
mad. Yeah.
No, you scroll through Netflix and you just be like, instead of just clicking on it.
Speaking of, have you
Yeah.
ever seen The Marvelous Miss Maisel?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, Matt, get
Is
on
it?
it.
Yeah.
Get
Oh, okay.
on
Here's
it.
something else. Here's something else I wanted to ask you. Okay, do you know the comedian Steve Byrne?
Off the top of my head, what's he look like? Shorter
Okay.
guy, older guy?
He's shorter. He's gotta be like older now. I gotta say he's in his 40s now, probably. If I had to guess.
I think I know who you're talking
He
about.
had that show Sullivan and Son. No. It was a sitcom.
Okay. What about him?
He's-
You like him?
Yeah, I like him.
Like him?
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. I think he's married, so it
You're
might
jealous
be
is what you're saying.
out of the cards. But no, he did 2 movies actually. The first one was on. He was doing like a documentary on the Amazing Jonathan. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's like this like hybrid comedian stage magician.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's just had this weird life, and there's like a whole bunch, like he's had like drug addiction, and like all this wonderful stuff. So he just like did like, so Steve just did like a somewhat documentary. I haven't been able to find it. I wanted.
Who
to
did the
find
weird stuff? Steve or the other guy?
it. The other guy.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So
Interesting.
so there's like, so he did this documentary on it, and I haven't been able to find it. I really want to watch it. Just kind of like detailing, I think like. I don't know if he died or if he was dying. And it's just kind of like the last year of his life and like everything he went through and everything like he put other people through and like.
Okay, it's on Netflix?
I don't know. I haven't been able to find it anywhere.
Okay.
And so the second movie that he just did, that just came out this October. He did like a movie, called The Opening Act.
Oh,
So it was looking at kind of life on the road.
I think I heard about
Told
that.
from the point of view of the opening act. So he had, I think it was Jimmy O Yang is the featured role. He's this Asian actor. He's been in like Silicon Valley.
Okay.
He's had a special on Amazon Prime actually.
I think maybe I didn't hear about it, I'm not sure.
No. So yeah, just kind of like telling like it's a movie, but just like the life of like a comic through the eyes of an opening act on the road. So
That's neat.
that I have found. I'm waiting to watch that too. I just haven't.
So when you find the thing about the thing,
The Amazing Jonathan.
yeah, can
Yeah.
you send that to me?
If I can find it, yeah. I
Yeah.
still haven't.
Because I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, no, it's.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you think? Like, do you think you could split the thing up into like a few parts? You know what you could do
Probably gonna have
is
to.
stop it at like a really good part, so, and then be
Yeah.
like, to could be continued.
Yeah.
Like, I think, okay, could you put it in 3 pieces?
That's. I'll have to see. Like, I can't say that, like, oh, definitely, right now. Probably now that we're going on to, what, 3 hours? We're, like, 3 hours and 15 minutes, almost. Oh, not quite there, but almost.
3 1 hours is good, but, I mean, obviously it's yours, do whatever, but
Yeah.
I think 3 1 hours is good, and then
Yeah.
halfway through it at some point, just shut it off and then be like, to be continued. Like, right where it's like getting good about something,
Yeah.
and then be like, pause it.
Okay.
Obviously not where it's like too intense, like just where we're like, and then I was at. You're not like that, you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
no,
just
of
be
course
like,
not. Of course not. I don't know. Well, again, the problem with it being a one-man show is that I've got to do everything.
I'm the only
myself.
man?
Yeah, I'm the only one. So I've got to like it's not till I actually get to my editing room and like start doing it can I say okay here's where I should cut it.
Right.
And
So you have to wait and see.
should I wait and see?
You have to wait and see what you're gonna do.
Yeah. I have to just get into it and do
And do.
yeah and do
And just do.
just do it.
Just like Nike.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Thank you.
I really want to eat bacon right now.
Okay.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but like
Yeah.
I have this craving right now for bacon. What the
Yeah.
fuck is that about?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go home and like make a ton of bacon
Yeah.
and
Just eat the bacon.
just like too much.
Yeah.
Too much bacon.
But why too much bacon?
I just want so much bacon right now. I just want so much of it. Like crispy. Like I can smell the salt in the bacon.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's disgusting. I'll take two.
Have you ever had like chocolate covered bacon?
No, I think that's aggressive.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's alright.
Is it weird?
It's weird. It's like you build it up in your head that it's gonna be better than it actually is. Yeah.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate?
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Like
Also, like-
same.
It's also like chocolate covered chips too.
Yeah, have you had that?
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
same thing.
Not
yeah.
so good, huh?
Yeah, like
Interesting.
it's not bad.
I need to go eat something. Can I
Okay.
use your urinational facility?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it for this week. Multiple weeks possibly. On as with the length of this podcast went. Okay. See you guys next time.